Thanks so much for tuning into this leg of IPO Adda. We are in conversation or going to be in conversation with the management of India Pesticides, Mr. Anand Swarup Agarwal, the chairman, and Mr. Rahul Arun Bagaria, the non-executive director of the company, join us right now to talk about what the company is about and what you as an investor should expect from this IPO. Gentlemen, both of you, thanks for joining in. Mr. Agarwal, Mr. Anand Agarwal, let me start off with you. Tell us a bit about India Pesticides. What do you do? And why is it that you're coming out with this IPO?
We are making agrochemicals plus pharmaceuticals API. And we are exporting to 25 countries at the moment. And from very beginning, my passion is to do complex chemistry. And our R&D team has developed new processes. So what we see that things are good for our company. And as far as today is concerned, we are exporting to 25 countries of the world. And every day, we have at the moment 60 customers at the moment, but every day means by and large, more and more customers are adding to our list. This is what I can tell you about the company. But the future of our company, future of agrochemical company is very bright, because what we see and we say that it will touch $82–85 billion very short, because of the China plus one policy of our customers. Lot of people are looking at us, and what we see that there is a tremendous shift from our customers from China to us.
Okay, so are you saying, Mr. Agarwal, that not only existing customers are opening up newer relationships with, or rather larger relationships with you, but you're also getting a new set of customers? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, very right. New set of customers are coming to us and asking for more and more products. So this is a definitely shift in the policy. And okay, I can say that the future is very, very good.
Okay. Rahul, you want to come in? Yeah, sorry. Please finish your point, sir.
Sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Not at all.
And one thing we have seen that earlier we were committing some mistakes for making good quality products. Making good quality product is not itself sufficient. You have to make a state-of-art plant also. So that is a 50% of your journey. What we were doing, that lot of customers are attracted to us because of very good quality we make. But now we have seen that we should have a state-of-art plant. And this is my message to younger generation, to have a state-of-art plant also to attract the foreign people. I think this is the crux of my journey.
Awesome. Lovely to hear that. And would love to hear more of that as well, Mr. Agarwal, during the course of your listed journey too. It'll be lovely to hear your experiences. But can I request Rahul to come in as well for a bit? Rahul, tell us a bit about why this IPO, because as I can see, out of the total size, about 100 crores is going to the company. The company essentially doesn't need too much of money. I believe 80 crores is being used for working capital purposes. Tell us a bit about the reason for the IPO, and is there any other need aside of the working capital purpose for the company itself from the IPO?
Sure, yeah. So we're coming out with 800 crore IPO, of which 100 crores is working capital requirement of the company, which is fresh issue, and 700 is in OFS. So with the growth that we envisage, I think so there will be an increase in our working capital requirements for which this IPO is there. As long as the CAPEX plans are concerned, the company is sufficient with its cash flow to fund its further CAPEX and growth from there on. However, having said that, one of the important reasons for us to get listed was to deliver a message in the market that we are long-term players, we are sustainable players to our customers, as we are dealing with giant multinational giants like Syngentas, OneCost, and likes of that. A lot of dependency comes on once we are listed, and more transparency comes in our business, which helps us in delivering our much more relationship with our customers thereon.
Suffice to say, Rahul, that while this is happening, there is no other large equity issuance from you planned in the near future, because I heard you say that internal cash flows are good enough for your CAPEX plans.
Absolutely, Neeraj. We are having close to 50 crore rupees of cash on our books right now. So anything much more that we dilute there for cash is going to be not more worthwhile for us.
Okay. Mr. Agarwal, would you be able to tell us that if indeed the ambition is to have more state-of-the-art plants, would you presume that the growth of customers, which is currently at 60 but getting added by the day, as you said, that you expect higher growth and more customers from varied countries over the course of the next 12 to 24 months?
Yes, you have rightly said. What we say is that more and more customers will come to us. And you would not believe that every fortnightly there is a customer from outside country. They come, they visit our plant, they see the facilities, and they appreciate and they ask us to make more products for them.
Okay.
This is something new, because earlier we were concentrating only making quality product. But now what we say that state of art of plant is must for every agrochemical or chemical factory.
Okay. Would you believe, Mr. Agarwal, that you would expand into some newer products as well? That is part one of my question, and part two of my question, and then I'll come to Rahul for the numbers. But would you believe that you will expand into newer products? And would you believe that some of the newer products that you get into or the existing efficiencies will help you improve upon margins and return ratios and basic profitability from these products going ahead?
Very correct. We are working on few products and 8 products, and few are coming in this month itself, 2 or 3 coming in this month. But what you say, you are rightly said, we are looking for the synergy. What synergy we have got in our company. So we go for those products only which have got synergy with us, because that in that case it would be more economical and beneficial for us. So what we concentrate on synergy.
Okay. Rahul, you want to come in? I mean,
sure.
With the presumption that you guys know your business well, I was looking at the numbers from 340 odd crores, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but from 340 odd crores in FY19, you moved up to probably 640 crores by FY21 on the revenue, both domestic and global. While the base is higher, it is certainly not such a large base on which you can't expand meaningfully. So what's the kind of run rate of growth that you envisage? I know you can't give exact numbers, but give us some color to the people who are watching that right now so that they know whether they should go ahead and invest or not. Because as you would know, there are a bunch of options available in the listed space in the sphere that you guys are in right now.
Absolutely, Niraj. So yes, you are right. We have grown at a CAGR of close to 38% year on year from 2019 till 21. This is a growth that has come from our existing plant at Sandila and our CAPEX plans there. We have robust CAPEX plans going forward from here. As Anandji said, we are about to launch 8 new molecules, which is part of our RHP document as well. We don't do CAPEX until unless we have long-term arrangements with customers. So we have little bit visibility from there on. I can't state the exact numbers, but then we won't launch a molecule until unless we have market and customers and prices tied up with them. So yes, and as you said, the second part of the question, there are a lot of players in the market in our space. That is true. The market is big enough. But as IPL, I would like to state that we differentiate from the fact that we are not much into formulations. We are much more into specialities. 10% of our revenue comes from APIs. We also have big plans for APIs going forward.
Okay. So what's the kind of, I mean, I know you can't give me exact rates, exact numbers, but you reckon if you've done a 38% CAGR for the last 2 years, and with the CAPEX plans that you have, living up to those numbers or closer to those numbers will be not too difficult for you?
Absolutely. I think so. That should not be a much challenge. I would like to state that at Sandila, our second plant, we have close to 20,000 metric ton of installed capacity. We have permissions from the government of India to ramp it up to 30,000 metric ton. We wish to utilize this balance potential of 10,000 metric ton very soon for these 8 new molecules. Our endeavor is to have it in the next 3 to 4 quarters from here.
Okay, Mr. Agarwal, what do you envisage your overall capacity to be, say, in the next couple of years? Because as you said, the demand is expanding. And I heard Rahul say that you do not set up or undertake CAPEX unless you have contractual agreements with your clients. I hear a lot of companies getting into a JV with a client and setting up a plant specifically for a particular client. Are you thinking of that arrangement as well?
You are right. One of the products we make for our client exclusively, but most of the time what we do, we select 4 or 5 clients and we see their demand and then set up a plant for them. And because we then the dependency on one customer will be less. So what we do, we have 4 or 5 clients and then we start making the product for them. And as far as capacity expansion is, in coming 2 years, we would be going for up to 30,000 tons in the existing facilities. And we are negotiating a separate land with UPS IDC.
Okay, so this 20,000 is currently operational or will be operational soon?
Operational.
Currently operational. And the benefits, it's been recently operational, I presume. So the benefits will be felt in FY22?
Yes, partly yes.
Partly yes. Okay, but you will not ramp it up to 100% capacity in FY22. It will go slowly, is what you
Slowly,
say?
yeah. Maybe it will dwell on to 1-2 more quarters there.
Okay, fair call. One question, Rahul, on the valuations that you've come out with. Yes, this space enjoys very high valuations. Do you think this could have been priced a bit better to encourage more response, or are you happy with the valuations?
I think so. Valuations is what the market and investors will decide. As long as we are concerned, I think so. A company with a CAGR of 38% and an EBITDA of 30% and a PAT margin of 21% on a year-on-year basis. Apart from the basic fact that we have delivered an ROCE of more than 45% and an ROE of close more than 30% year-on-year in the last 4 years, is a testament of our delivery, of our numbers, of our efforts, of our R&D team and the plants and the workers at IPL.
Okay, you reckon there is scope to improve these, or would you look to maintain these, because these are very impressive numbers on the return ratio side any which ways, Rahul?
Yeah, of course, our endeavor to improve it. FY20 to FY21 also we have improved our numbers. So our endeavor is always to improve it. We want to target an EBITDA of close to 30 to 31%. That is the range we want to be in, but that is ultimately dwell upon what the results will be at.
Okay, Mr. Agarwal, a final question to you really. You obviously are a veteran of this industry. As things stand, from what you've done thus far to the last 2-3 years, wherein specialty chemicals and APIs and chemistry per se has taken center stage in India, and everybody's looking at India as well, would you reckon this could be a decadal long story and not necessarily the space at large could be a decadal story and not necessarily the next 2, 3, 4 years?
No, it will continue to grow. And what I envisage that another 10, 15, 20 years, I can't foresee for more than 10 years, but for another 10 years, the story will continue. And it will get pace. Every year it will accelerate the growth.
What are the risks to this story, Mr. Agarwal?
The common risk which is attached to the chemical factories, otherwise no risk is there.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, all the very best. We hope you do well. Thank you so much for speaking to us on IPO Adda. And of course, we look forward to talking to you once you get listed in your listed journey as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Niraj.
Thank you, sir. And viewers, thanks for tuning in to this leg of IPO Adda.
Thank you.